Hello, in this video we will show service composition and internal discovery capabilities of OIC3. We will look at service composition, integration with cloud and on-premise applications, automatic service API metadata generation, publishing of the discoverable service, and the development of a mobile application with the service we created. In this demo, we will show a composite service that can be consumed from within the organization. We use an integration that provides an API for listing accounts coming from Oracle CX Sales and B2B Service. We will add a query for orders from a customer from Oracle Business Suite. The API will be registered in the integration platform and can be discovered with Visual Builder that we will use to create a mobile application. Oracle Visual Builder discovers and consumes this API that is used to build the mobile app. Here is the Oracle Integration Console, which we use now to look for the integrations that I'm developing. Here is the integration used for the Composite app. Let's look at that. My integration is initiated by a trigger and has two operations, one to get all the accounts, the other to get details on an account. Here we see that it's invoked to Oracle CX Sales Cloud. I will add a call to Oracle Business Suite, which is an on-premise application. Select a connection to my Oracle Business Suite instance, and now I'm configuring the invoke, giving a name to the invoke and a description. I will select the order management product from eBusiness Suite and use the Get Sales Orders Details API. Now I will map the account organization information from CX Sales Response to the input parameter of the Get Sales Order Details API. I am composing the results in the response of my integration. I am counting the orders from the eBusiness Suite response and including into the order count field. Now that I added eBusiness Suite to the composition and did all the changes that I wanted, I'm saving the integration. Now let's activate the integration we just added. Here it is, click the activation and confirm it. See, the integration is already active and now we can execute that. We have the option to run the integration, and here you see the access to the first method, get accounts. Running, the method doesn't take any parameters. Here is the response and the activity stream. Here we can select the other method for executing, get accounts. In this case, the method requires a parameter, which will have as one of the identifiers for an account. By running the integration, here you can see the response with the number of orders. Let's run it again, but this time we select a different account. And here it is, the response with a different order count. You can see both invokes in the activity stream. Let's take a closer look into my integration metadata. So you see that it's reference to the Swagger file to open API that we can save. You can also inspect right there from the Oracle Integration Console. Let's go back to Oracle Integration Console homepage, and this time let's start Oracle Visual Builder to create the mobile application. I will call the application Composite App. I choose to create a new mobile app in here and add a new mobile application calling Accounts. It's a simple application that will have only one navigation item. Visual Builder is working and will show a preview of the application so we can edit and add all the other components. I'm changing the aspect ratio to iPad. Now I start to do some changes. First thing I'm going to do is to change the page title to Accounts. And then I look for the components in the pane and look for Table, to add a table displaying the records that come from my API. Now I want to add a data, but the first thing I need to get a data source. And that's the point I'm going to start looking for the API. In this case, I'm going to look at the catalog that I have registered by the integration and other components. Here is seeing the packages, and I can look at the information that I come from composites, in the case the composite that I have just developed. selecting here the composite, and I will use this API provided by the composite. Now back to my application. You can see here I can add data to the table. Here is the data source that I have selected. Very simple, but just can go there and select which fields I want to have that and visible in the table. Select the primary key. In this case, I have an API. It has a list and a detail. So retrieving that, and there's a preview of my data. So next step, I can have a detail, meaning if I want to click in one of the records, I want to see what will be the detail. So in this case, I'm using the same data source. I'm gonna change some information as the page title, which buttons, and the appearance that I want. Also adding the fields that I want for the detail and the field on the composite that I have with the counts for orders. Okay, now I just click here for previewing my application and to be running in the browser. So here it is, and I can see the data that came going to the integration to get the data. Click here in this organization, and I can see now the details and number of orders I have retrieved. Just click on the back button. I can do select for other organization, and this is the end result that I have. So you can see that I was able to do a composition of the application, provide and discover that with a development tool. We just saw here in this demo was low-code integration development with support for cloud and on-premise applications, providing easy mapping and service composition. We create a mobile application with rapid application development and discover services that are used in the application.